When she was out of the shower, she braved it, looked in the mirror. Her cheeks were either flushed or chafed from Cal's beard. Her lips were rosy from hours of kissing, sometimes so wildly she could hardly catch her breath. She lost control more times than she could count, and she was pretty sure she bit him once. His fault, really. He could drive her so far into ecstasy she lost her bearings and became nothing more than a writhing body responding to a powerful force and lost all sense. She wondered if she just rocked and wailed in that little pop-up all the damn night. For all she knew, the other campers brought their folding chairs over to Cal's site and created an audience. At least it had been Sunday night, the weekend warriors gone, the population down. She put lotion on her face and some lip gloss, blew out her hair, and got dressed. She was going to have to think of what to say to Sully. She'd never faced that before. Worry over explaining to her father. She'd had a fling or 6 at the crossing, and there was Andrew. She'd never explained him. She'd just said they were seeing each other and they'd be staying in one of the cabins. Something about this was different. It was probably because he'd had a heart attack, she thought. Or it could be because she hardly knew Calvert, the handsome, good-natured bum and princess molester. Better go easy on Sully. Funny, this had never been an issue. Until she was out of pre-med, age 22, she'd been very careful with her behavior around Sully. He was so proud of her, she hadn't wanted to disappoint him. Then that summer before med school, self-designated as an independent adult, she had a little summer romance at the crossing. He was a biology teacher on summer break, living in his RV for several weeks, studying the flora in the Rockies. And she flirted with him. He flirted with her. They were drawn by common interests and lust, and she stayed out all night a few times, cozy in his RV. Sully had said nothing. Nothing at all. It was as if they'd come to the mutual understanding that it was time for her to lead her own adult life, take responsibility for her actions without his guidance or interference. Silent acceptance. She found him on the porch with Frank, having coffee and a not very heart-healthy pastry. But she'd been out most of the night and had therefore relinquished the right to comment on his diet choice. She got a cup of coffee and sat down. "How'd you sleep, Sully?"
"Slept like a rock. Didn't even hear you come in at 3:30.
"That was subtle," she said. Like she really needed Frank in on this.
"Mail run yesterday brought in 4 packages.
Sully said.
"They're for through hikers, so it's starting. Cal's in the storeroom moving things around and getting ready for some restocking, making room for the packages that are going to start coming in now. Hikers on the trail are moving this way now that the snowpack is melting."
"Oh," she sipped her coffee.
"I'd be in there working, but I'm taking it one step at a time. Some of those boxes weigh 40 pounds.
"I'm glad you're not doing that."
"You know more about the post office end of things than Cal. Can you go and check and see if he's making sense of the storeroom? Looked like he was doing okay, but..."
"When did he get here?"
"Around 6:30, I think."
Show off, she thought. "You give him a raise or something?" she asked.
"Funny. Jackson is starting this afternoon. I'm going to use him Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and then his sister Nikki Friday, Sunday, and Thursday. No extra help on Wednesdays. Sounds decent, doesn't it?"
"Doesn't Tom usually show up on Wednesdays?"
"For cleanup around the grounds,"
Sully said.
"That's going to get more important as spring ripens. Few more weeks and I'll be doing it mostly on my own."
She wasn't so sure he'd ever be as active as he once was. It wasn't just the surgery. It was the surgery plus being 70. "I'll go check on Cal," she said, taking her coffee with her to the storeroom. When hikers planned to take on one of the long trails like the Colorado or Continental Divide Trail, meticulous planning was required. They couldn't carry a lot of water with them. Water's heavy. They had to know precisely where they could get fresh water along the trail, and they had to try to plan strategic stopping points. They could camp along the trail for 4 to as many as 10 nights if there was plentiful water along the way, but they couldn't carry enough nourishment or changes of clothing for longer than that.